I'm going to invite us to, again, just maybe think of mindfulness as really an open-hearted awareness, where we're bringing some awareness to into the moment. And part of that means we're trusting that we can handle it. And I might invite you to take even a moment to notice what is easy in your environment. So it could be something in your visual field that brings you a sense of ease. I see some beautiful red flowers as I look out my window in my neighbor's yard and somebody tending to them. But maybe you have a picture of something in your home, or a cat on your lap, and just feeling their fur actually gives you a sense of ease. Just giving yourself a chance to connect with something that allows you to feel that sense of support, that sense of connection. And you could also maybe take a moment to let your body relax. We explored in week 1 how we're all kind of collectively holding our breath. So even just letting yourself take a couple of intentional breaths down into your belly, seeing if it's possible to make your exhalation even a little longer than your inhalation. These are ways that we can just let our body know that right now there's nothing to do other than simply to be. And that might mean relaxing your shoulders or your jaw or any other place right now that you notice you're holding a little tension. And perhaps we might just as a group notice something that we feel grateful for, either a person or an organization or a part of ourselves. And then maybe letting yourself feel into maybe one loss that you're either currently experiencing or anticipate you might experience. It's kind of giving yourself a moment to trust that you can turn towards it, even just for a few moments. And if in doing so it's already challenging, you could maybe let your hand come to your heart, or invite a sense of holding that place that feels tender, whatever might support you in creating the space to allow. And the invitation here is to let yourself actually feel what's happening in your body as you tune into this experience. Let yourself feel what's happening in your body. You could also notice in your body where there's places of ease, even as there's places that feel less comfortable. Noticing that there's a way that you might hold these different experiences. And maybe even letting yourself notice what kinds of thoughts come into your head. If you start to judge your experience as good or bad, and seeing if you can suspend any critique or any suppressing or even any denying of what's actually true for you. You could even, if you want, invite some phrases that allow you and support you to feel. So it might be something like, may I be open to experiencing this pain? May I find the resources within me that can be present to this sorrow or loss. May I be open to myself and others in sharing my experience. May I be open to receiving kindness from other people in terms of meeting me in whatever it is I'm experiencing. It's really just an open, kind holding of whatever we notice, and you might have some tears come up, you might have some yawning happening, you might have an experience of even numbness or not feeling much of anything. And all of that's perfectly fine. However this is landing for you is fine. It's more just really an invitation to honor whatever is coming up for us and finding a way to be with it, trusting that that actually is of value. You might even be visited by some instinct that's a healthy instinct to respond to this loss, a way you might connect with yourself or another person. So just noticing what might nurture or nourish the need that you've been exploring. And then as the last part, maybe we could just let ourselves have a couple of breaths together and feel that sense of breathing the same air here on the Sunshine Coast, that we are in this together, that we can together hold losses that we might be facing or that we might face. And through that collective sense, just feeling into this resilience that supports us in being with difficult experiences.